Okay, we're recording.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
We're back.
We're back.
Literally, like New Year's Eve, we were like, let's start the podcast again.
No, because we had a good podcast before. It was just a little too serious.
It was just a little too political, and even though we care about what's going on in the world, I feel like now we just want to talk about like whatever.
Not that things that are going on in the world
are not relatable. It's
Cancel
just like
first
we just
episode.
want to talk. That's what it is. We want to talk, and literally when we went to Escape, we had such a good conversation.
Oh my
in
gosh,
the car,
on the way to California.
and we were like, damn, we should have recorded this. And then I think that's what starting back up
And then
the podcast.
We got serious on you hoes.
Yeah. And now we here doing it. So I kind of wanted just to be like people that can relate. You know what I mean? Like,
and I feel like we're relatable people.
yeah.
Like, we get along with everybody.
For other people to like relate or like share like the same experiences that maybe we've had. You know, nothing too crazy, just something.
And like just for us to ramble, like, cause like on the way to Escape, we were just talking.
Literally, guys, 3-hour car ride, we were just talking. And you know what's funny is on the way there, we would not stop yapping. On the way back, we were dead silent.
It was so quiet.
And dude, literally, I don't know what promo Doja Cat and SZA got going on. But on the way there, like, Gloria's, like, aux thing didn't work. So we had to listen to the radio. Oh, my God. Like, SZA and Doja Cat played, like, 20 times.
Literally back to back to back. And it was the same song.
The same song. And we would switch the station, and they would,
still be like,
there. Yeah.
I was like, that's a conspiracy theory, I'm telling you guys. They pay the radio.
Yeah.
Now, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. They pay the radio stations to play their songs at least once, twice every hour, and that's how they stay at Billboard Top 100.
Because they would play it 1 hour or something.
Exactly, we would see it like on the dot or like.
Yeah. And then Gloria would be like, in 2 hours they're gonna play this song again, and bro. They would play the
song again. And mind you, we're in the car. On the way back, it took us longer to get there because we stopped. We went somewhere.
Yeah, on the way.
We took a break.
Yeah, on the way back, we went to like
Porto's, the
beach. And we didn't get home till nighttime, and the wind was like really rough on the way back.
Yeah.
But it took us longer to get home, and it was still the same songs and the same hour, like,
and that's literally when they post like, oh, Billboard Top 100 for 3 weeks in a row. That's because the label is paying them off.
So basically, Doja Cat and SZA are making bank, honestly.
Basically.
What songs was it?
It was Snooze.
Oh yeah.
And it was that trick.
I said what I said.
What's the name of that song?
Is that
Paint
Doja
the Town
Cat?
Red?
Yeah. I don't fucking know. I don't listen to Doja Cat like that. That bitch is weird. And
She's crazy.
She's fucking demonic. Like, she got issues.
She looks like she puts
you know
X's
she
on
might
people.
be headlining Coachella?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who wants to see Doja Cat? Bro, I swear to God, if she's the headliner for Coachella and there's a bunch of people vibing to Doja Cat, I'm gonna be like, something's wrong with you guys.
Then the Illuminati's real.
Yeah, because fuck, all that like racist shit she's done.
Like,
you would think
saying she hates her fans.
Yeah, like that bitch is weird. I'm telling y'all.
All right, my bad, y'all. We had to do a quick intermission because my mic was way too close to my mouth, and like I apologize. The audio in the beginning of this podcast is probably so bad. But
if anybody's listening to this podcast, like with AirPods in, just turn the volume down because Gloria.
The next episodes will be better because I ordered more expensive mics. We're just using these like for the time being.
Yeah, the new ones weren't gonna get here in time, and we have a set schedule where we want to record.
Like, cause we on time type shit. Like
every Saturday.
Consistent.
Yeah, we're taking this shit serious, guys. Like, when we get out the trenches, I don't want people from high school be like, bro, remember when we used to? Nah. Especially if you're not following our Instagram, our
right? Because why we only got 48 followers? And you know what? Y'all fake. I'm looking at the followers, I'm looking at the engagement, and a lot of people that don't follow us looking at the page.
Oh, really?
Y'all looking at the page, but not
But
following.
not following. What we gonna do is we gonna screenshot those people. And then when we get out the trenches, y'all hit us up talking about something.
I'm gonna put y'all on a little
remember?
booklet.
Y'all, no.
Tell my security if you see anybody within 10 feet of me in this book.
We're basically gonna have a picture of y'all.
But it's like a burn book.
Yeah.
People who didn't follow us.
And we go into our security. If you see this in person interacting with us, no.
Nah.
Dead it.
Throw them in jail.
Type shit. Like, we cannot be fucking with people that
that don't support us.
Yeah, on the come up, basically.
Crazy. Because we support y'all.
I literally support everybody that starts a small business. Even if I don't know them, I'll still support them. But most small businesses that I support are like people that I knew from like high school, because it just makes me so happy to see them like
venturing off, and doing their own thing.
So I'm like, the fuck, y'all don't want to see us happy with us?
I support you.
Like, let me get that energy back.
This is our second time stopping me because I moved the mic down, but promise you, like, I'm so loud. It still sounds like the mic is in my mouth. Wait, let me hear the audio one more time.
All
okay,
right,
guys, I moved it down just a tad bit more.
That's like our fourth intermission in this fucking podcast.
Wait, let me check it again.
No, Gloria.
No, because what if I'm too loud?
Oh my God.
All right, we're back. Everything's good to go.
Literally bear with us because like we've
never used like it's been 2 years.
Not even that, but on the other podcast or like this one but with a different name, we didn't use the mic.
Yeah, we didn't use
we
mics.
Literally used Gloria's like phone.
That's how you know we're serious.
Because we bought mics and they're pink.
Wait till we get video going.
Guys, oh my God, this shit, that's probably gonna be so loud, but I don't give a fuck. Like, turn down the volume. But we're going to Beyond.
Oh my gosh.
And in March, and we're gonna take the mics and we're gonna record people at the rave. And we're gonna be asking like, that's gonna be a video. Like, it's gonna be a podcast, but video.
Yeah.
Podcast video.
It's a new year, so this is like the first week of the new year.
True.
I've written down my New Year's resolutions, goals, I guess you could say. Not necessarily like resolutions, because like I don't think I have any horrible bad habits that need to be broken.
Yeah.
Like, I have a few things that I could change, a few flaws, but like it's mostly goals, like things that I want to look back and be like, oh, I'm so glad I did that, or I'm so proud of myself.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like mine are not as deep, but it's like what I want for myself. Like, I think one of mine was to not cuss.
Yeah.
As much. Because, guys, like, it's so ugly the way I talk sometimes. It's insane. Like, I literally have to say a cuss word every sentence. And, like, at work, sometimes I'd be slipping out, and that's so unprofessional. Like, before, like, okay, like, whatever, I would cuss, like, if I was talking to you or around my family and stuff, but never at work.
Mm-hmm.
And then now when a customer does some stupid shit, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
they go to right there.
And literally, this one lady was leaving, getting a cake, and she fucking, like, hit the cake on the way out, so all the fruit on the top fell.
Oh, yeah, you told
me.
I
told you, and I saw the cake, and I was like, oh, shit. I literally said that in front of her, and I was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. And she was like, no, oh, shit is right. Like, thank God she was cool and not one of those people, like, excuse you.
I also would like to apologize if I have a list, because I have my retainers in and I'm just way too lazy to get up and take them out, because that means I have to pause the recording again.
Yeah, we're not doing a 6 intermission.
Just bear with us.
What's like a big New Year's resolution for you, like a big goal for yourself?
Well, mine was like the career thing, like really advancing in my career.
The biggest one for me was
I remember.
The two biggest ones for me was to get closer to God.
Oh, yeah, that was one for me.
I'm Catholic, but I'm not religious at all. Like, I don't follow, but I obviously believe in God. But I just want to be, like, more, like, I've heard, like, people talk about how they, like, talk to God, or, you know, in the morning, they'll, like, pray or something like that. And I kind of want to start doing that just to still keep my faith. The bad habit that I have with that is like I'll only look for God if something bad happens to me in my
Understood,
life.
yeah.
Then I'm like, if something happens in my life where it's like I'm like really down bad or something like that, then I'm like, oh my God, God, like I'll start talking to God. But I don't want to do that anymore. Like I always want, like I want to have a relationship with God, if that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Like I don't want to only look for God when something bad goes on in my life. Because what about the good things? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's really something that I want to work on this year, and also like saving money. I'm not even a big spender like that, but I just can never.
Guys, she's wearing Lululemon leggings.
First of all, these were a gift from my sister-in-law,
Whatever.
so didn't even buy them myself, so thanks. Bro, you were literally asking me for a Lululemon bag for Christmas. Let's not start.
Right.
Yeah.
When you spend it on me, it's different.
Oh, when it's you, it's okay. But when it's me.
My second one was to start intellectually challenging myself. So
Oh.
like when I watched Saltburn, I kind of just watched it mindlessly, but I should have gotten into the mindset of trying to analyze the film while watching it because I missed so much. Like that movie foreshadows so much, and if I had have watched it with intention,
Mm-hmm.
then I would have understood the film better. And I think with a lot of films, things that the director and the writers include into the script
Yeah.
kind of go over my head because I'm not watching with any intention. I'm just watching
You're
to
just
watch.
watching to watch. Yeah.
When people start to get into these intellectual conversations about these films, and I'm like, oh yeah, I watched it, and they're like, well, what do you think about this scene when the camera shuts off and da da da? I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
what are y'all talking about? Because I'm not watching with any intention, and it's like it's not embarrassing, but I want to be able to indulge in these conversations. So there's a lot of films I'll be watching over again. My goal is kind of not to write a summary, but like go in my Google Docs and like write
Like
like a
a
paragraph,
yeah,
like
like a summary.
analyzing it
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
whatever,
yeah.
and then like going online and seeing like how my kind of theories matched up with other people and reading too. I read a lot already. If you guys haven't read Every Summer After, you need to read it. It's so good. She has another one. It's unrelated to Every Summer After. It's called Meet Me at the Lake. But I personally did not like the sequel, or not the sequel, but the second book.
You read it?
I read the back of it. That's
Oh.
all I needed to know.
I'm like, when the fuck did you read the book? You do read a lot though. And okay, but to be fair, guys, at her job, sometimes she does nothing. So she literally will be either reading the book or watching 90 Day Fiance.
That's so true.
Yeah, so she has
Things are
time.
about to change though. I can't be doing that no more. Another one of my New Year's resolution. I don't even think this is a New Year's resolution. Oh my gosh. Resolution. Sorry, all the retainers. But like another thing that I want to stand on in 2024 is like my standards for dating. Because if you know me, I would say I have pretty high standards.
Yeah, I think you do.
And one time, in my adulthood at least, one time, did I slip up. And let me tell you, I will never do that again. I'm standing on business.
I sometimes I'm jealous of Gloria's like what would you call that? Like her self-worth. Like, yeah,
Oh,
would you?
really?
Yeah, because I've literally been with the same man for like 3 years.
I applaud myself for that also, but it takes a lot of self-discipline. For me, it just takes me one time. It takes me one
Yeah,
time
that's
for
what
me to go through something, and I'm never doing it again.
again. You can do me dirty like fucking 50 times and I'll still be like I think what I do is I just look like for the best in everyone. You know what I mean? Like
Mm,
I'm like
potential.
yeah, I'm like okay, like he slipped up once, twice, 3 times, but let me just give it another try or maybe
Right.
he'll change. Like I think that's what my problem is.
If someone's starting to like get on my nerves in a relationship or whatever, not get on my nerves, but they're
Yeah.
starting to show themselves, I won't just up and leave the first time that they show themselves. I will stay with that person until I hate them. And that's why I never go back because I'm like ill. Like I'm literally disgusted by
Yeah.
you.
I've tried that because I've heard stories of like girls be like, sometimes I just stay until like I hate the person.
That's me, yeah.
I don't want to sound corny and be like, there's no hate in my heart, but there's genuinely no hate in my heart.
It's getting
Like,
serious, y'all. She sat up.
yeah, I sat up and everything. Like, I don't hate anybody. Like, I can't
Mm.
hate like anybody. That's just not me. Like, you know how some people are like, "Bro, I fucking hate this bitch. Like, I wish her this." That's not me.
Yeah, not me either.
Like, I don't hate nobody.
So when
Even
I say I go back until I hate, take the hate very lightly. I just go back until I'm like in disgust of that person's
yeah, when you
character.
get the ick.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
I let the ick build up.
yeah. When the fuck is the ick gonna build up?
It's marinating.
When is it time for me to be like, okay,
Speaking of icks, so my icks, this one is gonna sound crazy, but it's just it just makes no sense to me. But when they can't eat spicy food, you're a man. Why can't
man
you
up.
have a little spice?
You're a man,
It's
up.
embarrassing if we go out to ramen and you eating the tonkatsu, no spice.
Not the spicy one. Okay, because genuinely, how can you eat food without spice?
How are you not embarrassed?
Like, does it not give you flavor? Like, but okay, I don't even know if this is an ick or like just me being a hater. But yeah, okay. This is a perfect example. Yesterday I was at Target and there was this couple, and the way the guy was walking was so like, oh my god, I'm gonna just say I don't give a fuck, zesty. Like, but obviously like he had a girlfriend.
Right.
Like I cannot have you walking crazy, cause you know those people like when you walk next to them, they'll like bump into you and shit. I don't like walking with people like that. Like the way a man walks says everything about him.
The
Like
way a man walks literally will show you his confidence. If he walking
yes,
crazy, he ain't got no confidence.
that's like a big turn off
But
for
you know
me.
it also affects men's walking, and this is like a pet peeve of mine.
What?
Sagging.
Ew.
Why are you sagging?
Sagging. And then they have a belt on too.
And
they're
then
still
your underwear,
sagging.
like I don't want to see. And then some of y'all be sagging, and y'all butts be real voluptuous. So it's like it doesn't help
Zesty.
you.
They want to show it off. I'm telling you, men love
Attention.
and they love when women touch their ass, and I don't care what anybody says.
Stay away from me. If you party every weekend, something about that.
Really? It turns you off?
Partying every single weekend and you're drinking and you're getting drunk, like do you have nothing better to do?
True. Okay, but what if it's like Monday through Friday they're working? So weekends are like really
It's
their
the way
time to go out.
right, which most people in general have a traditional schedule of like Monday through Friday or whatever, 9 to 5, whatever it is, and then you're off on the weekends. If you go out and party on the weekends, you're going out and clubbing, that's fine. But if you're getting like belligerently drunk every weekend,
That's
you know,
true.
your friends have to drag you home every weekend, like,
Yeah.
ew,
Mala
have some,
copa
like,
type
and then
vibes.
it's like, even if you do go out every weekend, I'm talking like partying and clubbing, do you not get tired of that? Like, don't you want to have a game night, go to the movies, like
Something chill,
chill? Like,
relax.
you gotta party every weekend.
Actually, that is a turn off. The drinking is
Like, every single weekend.
Like, I get it. Like on a weekend you can go out and stuff like that, but
Right.
yeah, the drinking it is.
It's just like you have to have more hobbies than like partying. And then I feel like, okay, this could just be me being like really biased, but I feel like people who do that also have like a lot of sexual partners and stuff. Like it just gets really dirty.
Yeah. You know what? You're eating with that one.
I'm eating with this one.
Yeah.
And I just got, y'all, yesterday, and I'll say it. Yesterday I went to the gynecologist and I got my first pap smear because I'm 21. It's like this is not my first time going to the gynecologist, but my first time going to the gynecologist since being
smear?
21.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so you get it when you're 21. And she was like, oh, like if you want, you can get the HPV vaccine, you know, like because it's like sexually transmitted. Like I ain't sexually active, but next day, today I just got my HPV vaccine. I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around. You only got to tell me once. Everybody talking about, oh, they're going to chip you with COVID. I don't care. Sign me up. Any vaccine, I'll take it.
Yeah,
I'm not playing around.
I'm lucky like that too.
And you know what's crazy? Everybody talking about the COVID vaccine. I haven't been sick in 2 years. I got COVID 2 years ago. I got my flu vaccine every year. I haven't been sick since.
Yeah, I don't think
Y'all immune system's not built up.
they don't be taking their vitamins.
Yeah.
And that's what that
Y'all
is.
don't be drinking your water, vitamin
They
C.
want to be drinking that alcohol every weekend.
Sunbathing. That's why your body the way it is because you're drinking it. The liver. Y'all gonna be 30 needing liver transplants. Can you even get a liver transplant? Doesn't someone have to die for you to get a liver transplant?
Yeah, it's
But
really...
they can cut some of your liver. And
yeah,
it grows back.
But sometimes it grows back.
Oh.
So it's like, or sometimes it doesn't work out. So then it's like, and then it's a whole list. It's not like, oh,
yeah, you're not gonna get one automatically.
Get a fucking, no, you're like at the bottom of people waiting. So either
y'all better stop.
Either y'all better stop drinking or y'all gonna die. Shit, figure it out.
Straight like that. This one's gonna sound insane, but shivering.
I'm literally shivering right now.
Not when women do it though. Only when men do it. Why? Like for women, it's very feminine to shiver. Ooh, I'm cold, but like, but a man shivering.
No, because men
Yo,
make
what's wrong
everything
with
so
you?
zesty because that ties into what I'm about to say. Like a personal ick of mine is when men pick out their clothes before they're gonna go out. Does that make sense? Like how women are like, oh my
Like,
God, like I need to have
does this top
options.
go with
Yeah,
this?
like
Yeah.
let me pick out my outfit the night before just so tomorrow I'm ready. If men do that shit, I don't like it. I don't like it. Cause why are you doing that? Like,
Literally.
why are you just figure it out? You're a man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to.
You know what else is very feminine that men do? When they repost tweets from Twitter on Instagram.
When men, oh my God, when men retweet pictures with like a quote or a comment, and it's like a picture of like a girl in a firefighter costume or like in a police, and they're
Oh,
like, arrest
yeah.
me. Ugh.
There's a certain demographic of men that I like want to stay far away from.
Yeah.
Far away from. Ugly feet and toes. Dude,
Mm,
it's not gay to get a freaking
I
pedicure.
was just about to say, men, take care of yourself when they don't put lotion on after they shower. I literally thought that everybody put lotion on after they
No.
shower, and I thought men did that because my dad does that. So my dad
My
puts,
dad
yeah.
does.
So I was like, okay, nope. Was
You know
talking
who don't be putting on lotion?
who?
White people.
Bro, they swear they don't get ashy. Bitch, just
It's
cause you're
like,
white, if I scratch your leg, that shit gonna be
not
pop
even
out
that. Like,
gray.
your skin is all scaly and nasty and like,
Uh,
these are my icks, but specifically related to men's attire. In no specific order, cut off jean shorts, skinny jeans, and graphic tees.
okay, graphic tees. What do you mean? Because there's some graphic
Why
tees
are you
that
wearing a
are.
SpongeBob shirt?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That type. Because there's some graphic tees that are fire.
Like the streetwear,
Yeah, that's
totally acceptable. But why are you walking around with a Naruto shirt?
why do you got Captain America on your fucking shirt?
Like, how old are you? But
Because the amount of men I've seen with a fucking like SpongeBob shirt or like a design like that, insane. I think they just don't be giving a fuck, honestly.
well, they should. Let's do red flags.
Oh, I have a lot of red flags.
Party every weekend was on my red flags.
Okay.
If they're not self-sufficient, because as a man you should be independent, makes me repeat myself. If you didn't hear me the first time, totally fine. I'm gonna say it one more time. After that, you gotta figure it out. Decipher it, use context clues. I don't know.
Do you get mad? Because I get mad.
I get mad, but
I get petty.
yeah, like it's just like, why do I have to? In general, like even if I said something earlier and then you ask me a question about what I said earlier, like asking me to repeat it again, why weren't you listening the first time?
Yes, the amount of times I've talked to this person about what I'm gonna do, and then the next day they ask me the same question. Did I not just
Like,
say what I was gonna do?
or are you that incompetent that you cannot withhold information?
Or are you just not paying attention to me? Because then that's a problem.
Associated with the last one has a, and quote, bad memory. You don't have a bad memory, you just don't care. Always has an excuse for something. Just take accountability. Why does there have to be an excuse?
Like they try to justify it.
There's
Don't.
no justifying it. Just, you messed up. And that's
Don't.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. But own up to it. If they say they don't know what they want, that's a lie. They do know what they want. They just don't want to tell you because they either think that you're not going to want to talk to them after.
Yeah.
Or they want to like manipulate you. Or they do know what they want. They just don't want it with you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely been in that position.
Expects a traditional relationship but has no characteristics of traditionalism. Y'all be thinking y'all can do anything. By no characteristics of traditionalism, I mean like you want to go 50-50. That's not what a traditional relationship is. I don't know. Let me put it like this. I have my last name. Well, actually, I have my last name for a whole different reason. You have your last name, right?
Yeah.
Because someone in your lineage had something. Like a man in your lineage, whether that was your great-grandpa, great-great-great-grandpa, whoever, somebody had something, right? Because back in the day, men could not get married if they didn't have anything, if they had no money.
Yeah.
You think people were giving their daughters away to broke men? No. Men with no bitches was because they had no money. It's true.
And now it be the men with no
money
money with the most bitches. I've always thought to myself, because I've seen so many pretty girls date the most ugliest men I've
Literally.
ever. And I know it's not all about looks, but even the personality is trash. So I'm just like, men have these high expectations of women to be this, and she gotta look like this. And women really don't care.
We don't. And that's where we've lost our we've strayed away as a culture because like I said, going back to my first point, you are literally me and you are on this earth because a man had something and your or their mom, grandma, whoever it was like, yeah, I'm going to give my daughter to you. And she, they're going to build a family. And then you know what he did? He taught his son to have something so that a woman would want to come around him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
How would my ancestors feel if they saw me with the bum? And if my ancestor just appeared out of nowhere and looked at you, you would be unrecognizable. We would be unrecognizable. They would be ashamed. They'd be like, "Who are you?"
In my culture, women are like taught to like
Stand
be
by their
there.
man.
Yeah,
That's
stand
how
by
it is
their
in
man.
Black culture too. But I'm saying
Like literally, like my great grandma and stuff like that. Like because it was like taboo to get a divorce. You know what I mean?
right.
Or you basically just had to stand by your man and like with the sex part too, it was like only for the man to get pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Like men would literally like that's why I don't know how it is in your family, but like in my family, like my great grandparents had so many children because the men would just fuck them, nut, and then that's it.
Right.
Obviously back then there was no.
It was different.
Yeah, so it was always about the man, and I think in my culture it's always taught like the man gotta cook for the man, gotta clean for the man, gotta
It's about
serve
the man.
Yeah, and
but what are they teaching the women that the men are supposed to? They're teaching us to struggle. Like I agree because I think our cultures like relate in that aspect where they're always teaching us to like struggle with the man.
With them, like always be there by them. Basically, they want us to be with bums.
They teach us to like stand by our man. And that's one thing I won't do. Like, I'm sorry, if you go to jail, I'm not holding you down.
To a certain extent. You know what? Like,
I'm not going to be harsh.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, oh my fucking God. Like I'm just going to leave this man. Like, no. I'm going to be there, but to a certain extent.
If my husband lost his job out of nowhere, I understand. Like, it happens to the best of us. But if it goes like 2-3 months, you're still unemployed.
And if you're not looking to, then
yeah,
no. They don't teach us like to do the stuff for us. Does that make sense? Like not saying I grew up in like a household where it was like that, right?
Right.
But there were like instances where like I don't know, I'm fucking 20 years old, I don't know how to cook. If I wanted to learn how to cook, I would learn. But the main reason why I don't learn how to cook is because my parents always told me, "How are you going to cook for a man? Why can't you say how are you going to cook for you?"
yourself? Yeah.
Because I think my parents' mentality is like I'm going to leave their house when I'm married. You know what I mean? When I'm with and I'm like I don't want that. Like, I want to live by myself first. I want to be independent by myself first. If I have a boyfriend or whatever, and then that leads to marriage, fine, we can live together. But I want to experience like living
life on your own,
by myself. So why do I have to learn how to do these basic skills that really everybody needs to know? That's what I tell my parents. Like with my little brother, I'm like, you have to teach this kid how to do laundry, how to clean. Like the basic stuff because you don't even know if when he leaves your house he's gonna be married. Maybe he wants to live on his own. What do you want? His apartment or his house to be fucking dirty because you didn't teach him these basic things that everybody needs to know. I'm not really a big like I want to get married. I want to have kids. If it happens, it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
I'm totally fine with that.
I'm like cool. So I'm not even like one of those girls that's like, oh my God, I cannot wait to have my big fancy wedding and da 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 da. And like that's why I'm in school. Like I'm in school to like get a degree, get a good job for me, not for a fucking man.
I feel like and I don't know if this is scientifically true, but I feel like a big reason why a lot of marriages fail is because people view marriage as an accolade rather than like a result of like a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Like they treat marriage like it's like some type of goal that they have to achieve, and when you're trying to achieve a goal, you'll do things by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And so you may end up settling and being with someone you're not happy with, and then like
that's
a year or two, however many years down the road.
Yeah, I don't know if you know people, but I know a bunch of like people that got married young, right? And then, like, years later, they're in their 50s, 60s getting a divorce because I think the woman finally realized, I done supported this man. I didn't stood by so much. Like, now I don't want to. But then, not saying it's too late, but, like, you're 50, 60 years old. You know what I mean? You're not really, who's to say you're going to find another partner? Or, you know what I mean? So it's just like women.
That's why I feel like you should marry a man who's already got it together because I feel like a lot of women, they get with a man who kind of has it together or like doesn't have it together at all, thinking when he does have it together, he's gonna love and cherish them. And you know what he does? He leaves.
Yeah.
He uses you.
Shit gets rough and then they bounce.
For emotional support. He gets to the stage in his life that he wants to be, and he finds the woman he really wants to be with.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
That's what happens.
Calls women gold diggers with no gold. Yeah, let's get into that one, because I've had like a few men call me a gold digger, and I've like made more money than them. And first of all, that's embarrassing for you, because you calling me a gold digger, babe. I used to work 2 jobs. I had bankrolling in motion type shit. And you calling me a gold digger? And you don't got nothing. It's crazy. Jealousy is a feminine trait, so there we go.
Get your bread up. You know,
get your money up, not your funny up.
Yeah, that's just envy.
Yeah,
because they don't have that money.
I'm like trying to like not. Yeah. I'm not trying to say never, but like I do not want to be with a man who cannot give me what I already provide for myself or more. Like if I buy we buy stuff all the time. Like we be buying any and everything. It's like if I want it, babe, I got an iPad right now.
iPad.
How many of y'all got an iPad?
And y'all know that shit not cheap.
Like for instance, if my birthday comes around or whatever, and like I want a nice gift, I want somebody who's gonna be able to give me a nice gift. That's all I'm gonna say. Put it like that.
But are you like, because for me, like, would you say you're materialistic or no?
No, I'm not materialistic, because I definitely understand that everything that I have can be gone within an instant. Like life can definitely do a 360 on you. I like nice things, and if I can afford it, I'll get it.
Yeah, I get what. I think we're different there, because I don't care.
About what?
Like the finer things. Like I'm saying, like if a man, let's just say you're dating, right? And like on your birthday he gives you like only flowers, are you gonna be like, what the fuck?
No, because that's a nice gesture. I'm not saying like, oh, on my birthday he gotta like Chanel bust down. Like, no.
On some Drake type beat.
No, what I'm saying is like, I want to be with a man who's able to afford, like, let's say I have a lash appointment, right? Who's able to afford the lash appointment? I can afford the lash appointment. That's why I booked it in the first place.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Hopefully that translates to our listeners.
If you get it, you get it, and if you don't, oh well.
Doesn't plan thoughtful dates. You're not going to take me on a date and not put no thought into it. And don't take me on a date, don't ask me on a date, and then turn around and say, okay, what do you want to do? You asked me on the date. If you ask me on the date, that means we've been communicating long enough for you to know my likes and dislikes, so figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Asking me what I want to do and you ask me on the date. Disrespects my time. I'm a busy person. I got work. I got school. I got this podcast. Don't disrespect my time. If we're going to be somewhere or you want to take me out, don't do it at an inconvenient time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's... Like,
plan it
accordingly. Or don't, like, text me 30 minutes before thinking you're going to hang out with me.
I feel like that goes for anybody, though.
Yeah, that should go for anybody.
If you lag...
Well, unless it's your friend.
No, like, I could text...
No, I was going to say, I could text you, like, in the day, like, hey, are you available to hang out?
No, but I'm saying, like, if me and my friend had plans and then she started lagging, I don't want to be around you no more.
If I make plans with you, and I'm standing on this year, if I make plans with you and you lag, I will not invite you anywhere else. If we go somewhere, it's because you invited me or it happened spontaneously.
Yeah,
I've literally not be invited anywhere else.
I've literally stopped inviting friends that I used to invite, like, all the time. Because they would never show up, or they would always have an excuse, and then they would get mad, and then they would be like, why didn't you invite me? Or you don't invite me nowhere. Why would I invite someone that I know it's not going to come?
Try to, like, victimize themselves. Honey,
that shit don't work with me.
Have you even sat down and thought about why you're not being invited places? Like, if you're not being invited places, there's probably 99.9% of the time a reason why.
Yeah.
And the reason could be they just simply don't want you there, or the reason could be because of the way you've acted, or maybe you don't know how to act in that setting, or maybe you're a lagger.
You're not going to make me feel bad for not inviting you. Literally. Especially if we both know, like, I've tried so many times, like, you're not going to gaslight me into... I'm like the ultimate gaslighter. You're not winning that.
The gaslighting Olympics.
Yeah, you're not winning that over me. Like, I'm the ultimate manipulator, so you're not. That playing victim shit is dead.
If he listens to red pill propaganda, that goes for women too. Like, I will not be your friend if you listen to red pill propaganda. Crazy.
I feel like they do that shit for attention, so it's like to get the views. And then The men that like are in the comments and like supporting them, they're literally dick writers. Like
I was literally watching George Janko's podcast with Andrew Tate on it, and there was a small section where Andrew Tate was talking about he would just say like wild things because he knows that's what would get views.
Yeah.
But he doesn't even really follow that type of lifestyle.
Exactly.
And I feel like a lot of the men who make these videos do not follow what they're saying.
They do it for the views.
They do it for the views, but the people
more
in the
views,
comments,
more money.
The people in the comments, the men in the comments, they eat it up and they prey on insecure men because that's who they know they can, capture.
More views means more money, so
yeah,
of course they're gonna.
But I feel like their audience is definitely like insecure broke men.
For sure, I know like 2 guys that listen to those podcasts.
Yeah,
insecure
and broke.
I
know a guy insecure and broke listens to that. I know a couple.
Hey. If the shoe fits and you listening to this, hey. Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm like talking on the podcast, but I'm also on my phone. DDG and Halle Bailey, is that her name? Halle Bailey.
Pregnant?
They had a baby boy named Halo.
Okay.
Everybody knew she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
She did it really well.
No, she didn't. She was. Why the
fuck
not
are you? Really well.
Why are you on vacation somewhere tropical with baggy ass clothes? Fucking sweats, long sleeve. Come on now.
Yeah, I'll take that back. If he doesn't do what he said he was gonna do, unprovoked, I did not ask you for that. So it's wild that you would come up with this thing that you said that you were gonna do for me or buy me or whatever the scenario was, and then you don't do it unprovoked. Like, I didn't ask for this.
Because now I'm just mad.
And now you're a liar.
One of the things that irks me the most when it comes to men, or the men I've dealt with, is the amount of times they lied. And how bad they are. And it's not even about, like, deep stuff where it's like they're cheating. It's about the dumbest, smallest things. And I'm like, why couldn't you just say?
It's so weird when people lie. It gives pathological liar.
It's like you have a problem and you should go get help. Because if you're lying this much...
something's wrong. It's clearly a trauma response.
Yeah, and you know what? When I find out you're lying to me, now I just want to do evil shit to you. I'm sorry. The trust not there. Now I gotta cheat on you with your homie.
Made your bed. Now you gotta lay in it.
Stand on that.
Ladies, this year we're not putting up with any BS at all. All right, guys.
Gloria's mic died, so basically it's a time to wrap this shit up. We've been yapping for too much.
Yeah, we have been yapping for too long.
We're literally yappers though, so. But yeah, I think we're gonna end the first episode of our podcast.
Thank you for listening if you got it this far.
Yeah, if you got it this far, real ones for real.
Okay, guys. The other mic just died.
Apparently the batteries don't last that long. So
I didn't charge them before.
Oh. See, you're not on top of the shit. But yeah, thanks so much for listening. Love you guys.